Well, good evening, everybody, and thank you for joining me tonight. I'm Stan Lozinski, the owner and founder of Comprehensive Financial. And tonight, we are going to discuss the transition that we're making over to our new clearing firm, LPL Financial. There's a lot of little moving parts to all this. I know we've been communicating with everyone over the last month once we made the decision to make this move. But I do want to reiterate that if at any time you have a question or concern about anything that's going on with regards to this transition and how it may impact you personally, please reach out to me directly. As you will see on the screen here on the slide that I'm sharing at the moment, you have all of my contact information there. So if at any time you want to reach out, shoot me an email, give me a call, whatever it is over the next few months, please do not hesitate. This is important. It deals with your personal finances as we work through this transition. So we want to make sure that everybody is comfortable with the transition and understands exactly what is happening here. So I'm going to get started here. Now, as a starting point with the brief overview, first of all, we're going to talk a little bit about comprehensive financial and as an independent advisor, what that really means. In addition, why LPL is the best fit for our clients, who will be affected by this, frequently asked questions that we've been receiving over the last month from many individuals, the negative consent letters that are being sent out this current week. Some people have actually gotten some already. And then discussing some of the key dates that are going to be important for you to remember in this process. And then at the end, we're going to have a Q&A. As you know, with Zoom, you have at the bottom of the screen the ability to raise your hand. Should you have a specific question, you can type it into the system and we'll get to those questions as we go through all this. So let me first start off with Comprehensive Financial as an independent advisor. Now, as many of you know that have been working with our firm, we are approaching our 30th anniversary, which is a great milestone in our industry, being an independent firm. Just realize we are not owned or affiliated with any banks, wirehouses, insurance companies, anything like that. The reason we don't belong or work with those entities is because they typically have proprietary products and they have a bias towards recommending these products because it provides more compensation for those organizations and those companies. We work on purely a fee basis and we work for our clients only. That was one of the things that I stressed when I started my firm, to really make sure that we were able to provide an unbiased recommendation for any of your individual needs. And that's always been our mantra from day one. With regards to the clearing firm, basically a clearing firm is who we as the advisor contract with to handle the investment transactions related to your stocks, bonds, CDs, mutual funds, and so on. In addition, on the clearing firm's platform, they will hold the assets and also provide monthly, quarterly statements in addition to the annual tax reporting on Form 1099, etc. So again, that is our relationship with the clearing firm. Pershing, which has been our clearing firm for 20 plus years, has always been a great provider and a very solid company. But during our routine audit process, which every few years we go through the process of really reviewing all of our vendor relationships, as most businesses may do. And during that period, the most recent one, we really identified some issues that Pershing was not really keeping up with the technology aspect of our practice and the business. The services that they were providing were really not hitting the benchmarks that were out in the industry over the most recent years. And as with anything, technology is driving the conversation for pretty much any business out there today, which is why we were considering and ultimately deciding on making this change. We felt Pershing was not really the best fit for our clients and providing the services that we want to continue to provide and expand with our existing platform, which is why we are making the change. So important to understand that. Now, why LPL? Again, they're one of the largest independent broker-dealer, registered investment advisory, and clearing firm platforms in the marketplace. Just for size and scope, they cater to approximately 28,000 independent advisors like myself. Now, the big plus for us in this whole equation, as well as our clients, is the fact that LPL has probably one of the best cutting edge technology platforms that we've been able to really see and utilize in our reviews, and really creates an efficient and seamless experience, particularly for you, our clients. And that's why we're going down this path. Uh, just to give you an idea of what their investment every year has been in technology, currently in 2024, they've already invested $500 million into technology. Now, that's a significant number in our industry. And they are already committed to doing at least that in 2025. So you can see how they are investing in their business to provide, again, lower trading costs and fees. And again, allowing us to really provide and present to our clients a wider range of products and services that can meet their needs and goals. And that's always the overriding objective. Anything that we're doing here, how does it impact our clients? Do we meet their goals and objectives? Are we providing them the value and the services that we've always promised to guarantee? And that's why we are making this move. Who will ultimately be affected? Now, a lot of questions have been coming up around this, and I just want to be extremely clear here. The only accounts that individuals have that would be affected by this would be the ones that are held directly at Pershing. So if you have been getting a Pershing account statement, either monthly or quarterly, those accounts are the ones that are going to transfer over. The accounts that will not be affected will be basically direct mutual funds. So for example, if you have an account at American Funds currently, you will continue to get your American Funds account statements just like before. There'll be no changes to that. You will not see anything different on that statement, with the exception of the one line item that instead of saying the investment center, it will say LPL Financial. It'll still have my name on top, as always, and everything will continue on as always. If you were in an employer-sponsored 401k plan, again, nothing will change for you. Those assets are held directly at either the mutual fund family or the 401k company. And again, American Funds, Vanguard, Fidelity, RPG, Betterment, Guideline, Human Interest, these are just some of the 401k platforms we work with. They will all remain the same, no changes. And I realize none of the transactions, when deposits or distributions are made within those accounts, go through the LPL system. They're held directly with the fund or mutual or 401k company. So again, no changes there. You will not be impacted at all. So that I just want to make sure that everyone understands that. Only the accounts that are moving over to LPL are the ones that are held at Pershing. And again, these are brokerage or investment advisory accounts and so. Now, these have been some of the questions that have been coming up quite frequently. So I just again want to share this with everyone. You may have them yourself, so this may help you a little bit into reviewing all this as we move forward. The first question really will the transition to LPL be automatic? Yes. Essentially, when we make the commitment to move our accounts on Saturday, March 8th, 2025, that weekend, the accounts will automatically move from Pershing over to LPL over the weekend. There will be a data feed and asset transfer of all of the assets that are currently within your accounts. On Monday, December 10th, as we open up for the day of business, all of the accounts will be on the LPL platform, and you will have full access to all of the money or assets that are in there. Nothing will be different except for the account numbers. And you will get, obviously, following that transfer, the end of March, you will get a statement confirming all the positions that you had. Now, one thing to be aware of, during that transition month, the money is going to move from Pershing on March 8th over to LPL. During the month of March, you will get at the end of the month two statements. One will be from Pershing. The Pershing statement should say to you, you have a zero account balance. And that is because all of the assets are transferred over to LPL. So you will see in the transaction section of that statement, all of the assets transferring out. Conversely, when you get your LPL statement, you will see all of the assets being received at LPL. But just so you understand, you will have complete access to all of your accounts on Monday, March 10th. Without interruption, we will be going through an additional audit just to confirm that all of the assets have transferred over. So that should be pretty straightforward. Will there be any cost for this change? No. Any Pershing account transfer or closure fees will be reimbursed to the client if any are charged. Right now, we are being told that those fees will be covered and you will not see them in your account or a debit against your account on the transfer. So again, we will be confirming all this. We are dotting every I and crossing every T to make sure that this whole process runs very smoothly as your assets transfer. Now, after the accounts transfer, will there be any delay in accessing it? Again, no. Monday, March 10th, all of the accounts will have all of the assets available in your account. You'll have new account numbers. We will also be setting up for all individuals new online access, which is also one of the other questions. And again, we're going to be auditing all of this at that time. Will the automatic monthly income distributions or deposits be affected after the transfer? The nice thing about this, because of the way the transfer is occurring, with an agreement between Pershing and LPL, all of that banking information, the ACH links and so on, will transfer over to the LPL system and again will be active on March 10th. So if you are getting a monthly distribution on, let's say, the 15th of the month, on March 10th, the assets will be there. On the 15th of the month, your check will be sent out to you either through the ACH link or a paper check if that's what you were receiving previously. Again, no work to do here. All of this is going to transfer over automatically. And again, as I was saying before, you will have access to the new LPL accounts. Again, just like you did before, either you're going to access it through the LPL website or the comprehensive financial website if that's where you were going previously. You'll have the option of both. Again, these are the accounts that are held at Pershing that are transferring over. If you have direct investments, let's say with American funds or with a 401k provider, you will continue to utilize their websites or the comprehensive site if applicable. So I just want to make sure that's very clear. Everything's going to be automatically moved on March 8th. There'll be no cost for the change. There'll be no delay in accessing your money after that date. All the automatic distributions or deposits will continue automatically with no interruption. And again, you will continue to have full online access as you did. Now, some important dates to discuss, and also, again, what this negative consent letter means. So the purpose of this, realize negative consent letters are required by the SEC and FINRA to notify all of the clients of our change in our clearing firm. So again, moving from Pershing to LPL, the SEC and FINRA require us to send out these negative consent letters. Now, a negative consent letter basically means if you're fine with this transition, as I've explained it, and we've sent out the information to you on, you don't have to do anything. Everything will happen automatically. And after March 8th, those assets will be transferred and we will be set up fully on the LPL platform. If you do have questions about it, any of the NCL notices or the disclosures in there, again, reach out to us. We'll walk you through it. It's pretty straightforward. But again, it's a requirement by FINRA that we send this out with, again, the SEC and them to make sure that it is full disclosure of exactly what's happening here. And again, there is not going to be any impact on you as the account holder and owner. Now, as an overview, Again, you don't have to do anything with the NCL letters. You can simply hold them in your file with the disclosure packets that are being sent out. I do apologize in advance. If you have multiple accounts, you will get a package for each account. So, and each packet has a little bit of paper in there. And again, I apologize in advance for that. Uh, Please, if you don't want to keep any of that, please recycle it. You know, Anything though written with your account name, number or personal information that should be shredded if you were to discard this. But please recycle all of the other content as, it's better off that way. And again, not crowding your garbage. Uh, if you don't want to be part of this transition to LPL, you would simply then sign the information on the NCL letter and send it back. But also in this case, you would also have to find a new financial advisor and firm to handle your accounts. As if you don't make the transition to LPL and your assets stay at Pershing, they become technically a house account, and I will not have access to it. You will have to deal with Pershing directly to find a new home for your account. So again, if you have questions and concerns about any of this, we want everybody to be happy and transferring with us as we make this big move. But again, if you simply feel you don't want to be involved with LPL for whatever reason, talk to me about it. And if, again, you still desire not to move forward, you would fill out the NCL and send it back in. Pretty straightforward. So again, just talking about some of the key dates here. Again, beginning of December, you're going to be receiving this negative consent letter package with all the disclosures as per the SEC and FINRA. And again, you can read through it all. But again, any questions? I've already gotten some calls today about it from individuals and walked them through it, which is all good. I'm glad they're actually opening the mail and reviewing this stuff, as it is obviously important. And then again, looking at the timeline, this is so simple. Negative consent letters go out. If everything's good, on March 8th, all your accounts at Pershing will transfer to LPL. And again, as we were saying before, anything that you had previously arranged with regards to deposits or distributions for income and so on will all continue as before without interruption. We'll also be setting you up with the new online access if you don't have it already. And again, things will just move forward as business as usual. So that's an important thing. I want to say thank you again for all of your support over the last 30 years. I am blessed by everyone that has been part of our firm for that time period. It's so funny, as I've matured in this business, I'm now working with third generations of households, which is just an amazing thing, as I've seen the families going from the parents to their children to now their children coming up and, starting accounts and investing and saving for their futures. But again, you know, any questions, please reach out to us. I am going to open this up to any questions related to anything. So as we go forward here, if anyone has any questions, we do have the Q&A at the bottom, the box there. You see it at the bottom of your screen. I'm not seeing any questions. No one's raising a hand either. Again, as I was saying before, any questions at all, please don't hesitate to reach out to me. More than happy to walk you through all of the details of this and answer any questions you have and give you hopefully a comfort level. And I'd love to have you continue with us on this next part of the journey in our lives. So all the best to you for the holidays and enjoy the rest of your day.